Hi everybody, Melinda here. I've had some people ask me what the holidays are like living abroad. So right now I'm living in Nantes, France, and it's Thanksgiving Day. I just remembered when my mom called me yesterday. She's like, "What are you doing for tomorrow?" I was like, "What's tomorrow?" Oh yeah, Thanksgiving. Whoops. I'm a student right now, so I'm really busy with school. Finals are coming up. I haven't been thinking about it much. Wasn't sure what I was going to find at the grocery store though, so I decided I'm going to have a little feast. I went to my little local grocery store. Pretty much every little village has one. And I found Dind. Oh, I hope none of my teachers ever see this video. D-I-N-D-E, not E, E. It's actually D-E, because the I is pronounced like an E. Dind. Basically a big turkey leg, which I'm gonna cook up, and some classic canned corn, sans sucre, so no sugar, which is great, and it's mice, pronounced like mice. Think of mice, and that's the right there. And let's see what else I found here. Sorry, my kitchen's a little dirty. I just got back from school. I would take my hat off, but I can't take my hat off actually until I wash my hair next because I have hat hair. Found that out this morning. And I wanted to get some gravy, but all I found was a white sauce. I don't really know what that is. It looked like a gravy, but it was in the picture, had a picture of a fish on meat, and then I found one that had a picture of beef. I don't remember what it was called, but here's what I ended up deciding to get, which is a sauce, the champignon, which is mushroom, and I love mushroom sauce here, so hoping that's going to be good. I decided I want to do mashed potatoes, so I got some creme fraiche. Anyway, I'm really hoping that is sort of like sour cream. I've never tried it before, but I'm kind of thinking it is fresh cream. And I got a sack of potatoes. Look at how big this thing is for €1. I think the euro right now is about $1 to or to our dollar, it's like $1.15 to $1 US right now, something like that. I've got some change in the bag because you bag your own stuff here at our little grocery store, and I was rushing and I just threw the change in there. This is €1, which is basically like kind of like equivalent of our dollar. I don't know if you can see that. And 10 cents. Sorry, that's terrible. There's so much change here because they have a €2 coin and a dollar or a €1 coin too. So this is my cute little kitchen. I haven't put away my dishes from this morning, but one thing that was unique here, I've never seen in the US, I'm sure we have them, but I've never seen, is this tiny little dishwasher. How cute is this? So I just throw everything in here. Though, to be honest, the first time I used it, the first couple times I used it, I thought it was broken, and I sent pictures to the landlord saying I'd broken it because I used this Le Chat, which basically is the soap, or a word for soap, I guess. The back doesn't really give good instructions is what it is, but I thought the dishwasher was broken because it was bubbling over and water was coming out of the bottom. And they had a repairman come to look at it, and he said it was fine. And then they asked me to tell them which soap I had used. And I picked the one that looks very, very similar. Well, I don't have any. Basically, it looks exactly like that, but it's a little rectangle. But it's a hard soap. I said, oh, I think I used that one. He's like, are you sure? Are you certain? Well, I didn't. I am assuming because the repairman said basically the wrong kind of soap was used, most likely, and it resulted in bubbling over, me freaking out because they just remodeled this place. I love this kitchen, this whole area that I live in. How cute is this? It's a little loft. Check out the ceiling. There's a skylight. I get fantastic lighting. It's a perfect size for me. I adore my place, and I was certain that I had broken it. The dishwasher within, I would say, the first couple weeks of moving in, which I didn't, but I did break the, check this out. It's a microwave oven thingy. So it's all in French. I could have changed it to English probably if I could have figured it out. By the way, I have read the instruction manual, but it has this option. Oops, sorry, it's gonna be loud. Okay, trying to multitask and do the video is kind of harder than I thought it would be. Maybe I should invest in a selfie stick. Or let's just see. Oh, that's working. Okay. Oh. Okay. So you can actually like use it as an oven, sort of. And check this out, a little grill plate. I did that, but it didn't quite work out because it stopped. What I did is I cooked a squash in it, steamed it, because it has a steam, so you can steam in this thing. It's called a Whirlpool microwave oven, in case they want to sponsor me. That's a joke. So you can steam with this thing in it, which is glorious. So I steamed a squash in it. Teacup squash, by the way. I've never seen one of those in the US. It's good. Kind of like an acorn squash, but yeah, anyway. So I took the seeds out and decided I was going to cook those the next day. I'm cooking it, I hear a popping sound, and all of a sudden my microwave stops working. I turned it off, check it, and I'm like, well, whatever, I don't know. It seemed like they were done anyway. It hasn't worked since then. Had the repair guy come look at it, and they said I didn't break it. I was offering to pay for repairs. I would have offered my first child if I had a child, or if I ever have a child, because at this point I'm a student. It's one thing I've learned how to say pretty quickly in France. Cleaning off these potatoes, as I decided I'm going to do smashed potatoes. Je suis student. So, as you might have noted, my French is really, really terrible. Anybody who knows my story, I came to France with 0 French classes, decided to jump right in. Because why try to learn something if you're not going to learn it from, like, the best, right? Anyway, I'm actually pretty excited about this little setup I have here. Oh, I forgot to mention, their wine here is cheaper than chocolate. So, well, some of it. This Fleur d'Orient. I have no idea. A rose. I don't usually do rose, but I got this sparkling water, and I feel like that'll be nice and light and tasty for the turkey. And it was the cheapest one there. It was $1.70. €1.70. Okay, I keep saying dollar. I've only been here for just about 3 months. It's not the dollar, it's the euro. So I'm like, oh, this is so cheap. And I'm like, okay, but add on extra. It's not that cheap. Oh, okay, another thing that's really common in Europe. You see here is the washing machine. Look at how cute this is though. Sorry, my dirty laundry. That's not cute. But first of all, oh, giant cutting board. Absolutely love the French, right? I mean, well, I love the family I live with. They're super sweet. And they supplied me with this amazing cutting board. But really common to have the dishwasher in the kitchen area, or I'm told in the bathroom. But look at how cute this is. Yep, it's hidden. Wet dishwasher. No, I just have this adorable little kitchen. So, giant cutting board here. I'm gonna chop up these potatoes and boil them and do some smashed potatoes. I also have a bunch of homework to do tonight, so I can't take too long. And, ooh, I don't know what time it is, but I'm kind of missing one of my favorite shows. Well, my favorite show currently. It's all in French. I prefer French shows because the shows that are dubbed are just, it's kind of annoying. I'd prefer not to watch Grey's Anatomy dubbed. I'd prefer just to watch Grey's Anatomy. Or instead of watching anything American, I would just prefer to watch a French show because it's interesting to me. I don't know how I'm going to cut this with one hand. I don't think it's going to happen. So I need to wrap this up a little bit. Where was I going with all this? Came home. Oh, homework. So I have homework due. And, and my favorite show. It's actually based off of a English TV show, I'm told, or I read on Wikipedia. And, Dinner Perfect. Almost Perfect. I think it translated into Dinner Almost Perfect. And basically, a group of people, like 5 people, have dinner parties. Every day you watch a different episode, and everybody critiques their dinner parties. They give them points on decorations, on games they play, on the cuisine, of course. And it's really fun to listen to the vocabulary for the food. And I don't know, I just really enjoy the show. So anyway, I'm gonna cut up these potatoes and roast this turkey. Look at how big that beautiful turkey leg is. I'm very excited about that on this crisp plate. So yeah, this little oven thing, you have a crisp setting where it actually like crisps, like the outside will get really crispy and nice. So I think that's how I want to cook the turkey. But I need to have a glass of wine and not get too distracted because I do have to do my homework tomorrow. I have to describe a favorite painting or artist or sculptor or whatever in class, and it's a class where it's basically just all speaking the entire time. So I definitely need to practice the vocabulary. She's not gonna appreciate it if I'm staring at my paper, which I'll bring it for cues, but hopefully be able to remember some of the vocabulary. I think I want to do Marc Chagall. If you don't know the artist, he's fantastic. I'd look him up. He's, I should think he's Jewish, and I want to say maybe American. I'll have to look that up. I'm not sure, but he lived in France for a little while, and I know there's a church here with his stained glass windows around the 1920s-ish. Haven't done my research yet, but I just, off the top of my head, I think that's what I remember. And really beautiful colors and a kind of illustrative style of art, kind of romantic, whimsical, I would say, whimsical. And so yeah, gonna write about that. And so you don't have to stare at my face. Look at how cute this is. Little pictures about Nantes. So this is how I'm spending Thanksgiving. I have to be honest, I was a little bit sad today, not being able to be with family and have the kind of like cranberry sauce, and I have no idea. I couldn't find cranberries anywhere. I've seen other Americans posting on Facebook, because I'm part of some Facebook groups here, asking about where to buy cranberries. Nobody's answered that I saw. And it's kind of the staple comfort things, pumpkin pie. I did see pumpkins. They don't have canned pumpkin, which is, I can make a pie from scratch, but that's just a lot of work, and just to be a student, don't have a ton of time right now. So actually, I am excited about this. I went to my local boulangerie, and the boulangeries, the female boulangerie person who works at the bakery, she's lovely, sold me this, she didn't sell me the packaging. She's like, here, American, you should buy this beautiful sack. This is a specialty of Breton, which is a region I'm part of. She said it's like a flan, but it's like their version of a flan. So instead of pie, I'm having that. And also it looks like, you see, there's some kind of, I think it's a fruit in there. I don't know, it smells good. I think I might try to heat it up. Is flan usually hot? I don't know, I'll Google it. But it looked good, and it's my favorite boulangerie. I've definitely tried out a lot of them, and the ladies in there are delightful, and they're, oh, my favorite. Okay, their bread's amazing, but their pain au chocolat, so good. So it's basically, if you imagine a flaky patisserie, so kind of like a croissant, a little bit chewy but really flaky outside, and then inside just like some nice pieces of dark chocolate. It's bon appetit, lovely, good eating. Anyway, so I think that's it for now, because I want to cook, I want to have a drink, and yeah, so, but I just wanted to share, as somebody living abroad, for those who are telling me that they wish they could be living abroad or doing this experience, it can be a little lonely, a little bit hard. You miss those things that are familiar and comforting, but do this sort of thing where you just kind of make it work, or just ignore the holiday and stay in bed all day. Definitely done that too. But you know, sometimes even at home though, it's hard, and maybe when you're away, it's easier to think fondly and, oh, there's a word for this. I can't think of it. Basically gloss over and think that it's better than it was. Not to say that it was or wasn't, but just that wherever you are, it can be hard. So I have to remember that. I do self-compassion exercises. I did one this morning of trying to be kind to myself when I'm feeling down or feeling like not learning French fast enough, to remind myself there's other people struggling with learning a new language, being in a new place that's not familiar, being away from family. These are hard things, and it's okay to be sad or feel down about that, but just to try to be compassionate and kind to myself. Thank God I have really good friends who constantly remind me to stop being mean. Sorry, I feel like the camera's just really close to my face, but my arm's tired. I haven't been working out that much, so my muscles are getting a little mean. But happy Thanksgiving. And, oh, but I'm also conflicted about the whole Thanksgiving thing, especially living abroad. How do I explain to people, oh yeah, it's when Columbus came over and they had a big, you know, gave everybody infected blankets and then had a feast and then stole their land and killed lots of people. Yeah, but for me, that's not what Thanksgiving is. For me, it's spending time with family, appreciating those you love, and being grateful for having food and having all this amazing, being able to have an amazing feast. So that's what I try to think of. It's kind of a weird thing though when you're in a foreign country and you're trying to explain to people what Thanksgiving is. But the premise and what I feel like it is in my heart I guess is what I want to focus on. Also, I feel like this whole video, my voice has been a different octave than it normally is, which is kind of weird. Maybe because I'm just talking to myself in a room, which feels weird and sort of selfish and self-centered. But, I'm here and I'm doing it. And, yeah. Happy Thanksgiving. Mwah. Whizzon. Kisses. Mm-hmm.